Greetings, everybody. Greetings, y'all. We just we've been up Steinhatchee on the river there all day. We just headed back to the house, and we had posted a video just yesterday, it was, and had tried to address the situation with the sailboats there on the Steinhatchee River. And one comment that's been made, and I just want to clarify this. I've heard this from several, not just one, but the sailboats are largely responsible for all the docks that have been destroyed, removed, displaced, what have you. Well, that's just not true. I want to say it's not true. Now, we didn't ride the last hurricane out. We've made mention of that already, but we have rode some of the other hurricanes out on some of the ministry boats there on the river we've had there. So I can tell you exactly why all those docks have been displaced and destroyed, some of them. And that's simply because the pilings, the water surge was at such a height that the docks came up over the pilings and then they were loose. They broke loose. That's simple. Very simple, elementary. And we've been eyewitness to it, have seen it. Now, I'm not going to say the sailboats hadn't run into some of them. The sailboats, along with sport boats and other boats and garbage dumpsters and other docks and whatever else, has been washed down the river in a hurricane storm surge. Well, the situation with the sailboats have just been greatly exaggerated by some. That's all I can say. Another comment was that good boats have broke loose, they went underneath the bridge. Well, that's not true either. Those boats that broke loose and went underneath that bridge, every single one of them, without exception, were derelicts. They did not have any propulsion, no running engine, not even working sails, the ones that were sailboats. So they were power boats went underneath the bridge too, by the way. So I just want to clear that up. We were there, we were eyewitness ourselves. Now, what I know is this: we're doing our dead level best to make make the boats as safe as they possibly can be. And it's really no different than people that live on land around there taking care of their docks, people that live in campers, travel trailers, what have you, having them properly anchored, and so on and so forth. I mean, really. And for the life of me, I don't know why, under God's good heaven, that somebody's went around creating a animosity and a bad perception of these sailboats. Now, yeah, I've said this in the last video. Yes, we've had some that have been left in the river, been abandoned, become derelict. We have others that have come in there and have not taken care of their boats at all. And I mentioned this in the last video, but as a ministry, we've done our best to even help some of these individuals. We've donated chain, weight, and done all that we could to try to help secure their vessel. And so that's all I got to say about it. Sewage has been another big issue. Well, I want to say something. Our blue water boats have very large holding tanks. Number one, we never use them, very, very minutely, if at all, because we're not living on them. We're up there part of the time. We spend in back and forth, and it take a month of Sundays to ever fill one of them holding tanks up enough to where we have to go pump it out. And if by chance we do, we run offshore, way offshore, and we pump it out. It's done. Unfortunately, we don't have a pump out station in Steinhatchee. If we did, then that would take care of that, but we have no pumping station, so that's what we do. We take them offshore and we pump them out, and it's done. Now, I know there's been one or two on the river perhaps in time past, but they're no longer there that have probably done otherwise. I can't say, but that's a possibility for sure. But what is that comparison to some of the establishments we've seen upriver in time past as a commercial diver that's got their PVC pipes and their sewage running right directly into the river? What about a couple, 3 years ago when the lines broke in Steinhatchee and several thousand gallons of raw sewage went into the river? I mean, that comparing a sailboat to that is like an ant compared to a bale of hay. Come on, there's no comparison with that. So really, there's not much argument there, really. It just seems like there's been a lot of taking a gnat and swallowing a camel, just exaggeration greatly. And I wish somehow we could clarify and people would have a little better understanding of some of this. As far as the Steinhatchee River becoming a junkyard for derelict boats, no, I'll throw my hat in with any the rest of y'all. Those same boats have done damage to our boats, so we have thousands of dollars invested, God's money, invested into these boats. And so we're with you just like anybody else. But we went to great pain and great measure and a lot of expense to have proper weight and proper chains and everything that we need to have to make our vessel safe. It's been other boats that's not been properly kept that has caused a lot of trouble. Now, that's all I can say about that. And I just hope folks don't want to toss the baby out with the bathwater, because all of us out there are not irresponsible. Some of us take care of our property. And so that's all I got to say. I just want to say that little bit because that's some of the feedback we've been getting. And we've tried our dead level best. I'll give you another example. We have a canal there that was been pretty much man-made. It's been dredged out. It couldn't be used prior to that for what they're using it for, and that's fine. That's all good. Ain't no problem with that. But our sailboats were there a long time before those barges started going in and out of that channel. But nevertheless, we do our dead level best to position these sailing vessels in a place that's not going to interfere with these boats. And I want to say this one more time. I don't care who it is. There's no private business or entity that has dominance or preeminence or ownership of the Steinhatchee River. That belongs to all of us. And I don't understand that mentality myself. All I can figure out is just up at pure greed, I reckon. Seems like that's a downfall of much humanity nowadays, is greed. What does the Bible say? Love of money been the root of all evil. It's not money, it's love of money been the root of all evil. All right, I've said enough. This is Raymond Bideau. Those of you that may know me, may not. I'm not shy to tell you who I am. Lead Captain of Islander Evangelistic Ministries International, Pastor McCrabb Independent Baptist Church. God bless you. Merry Christmas to y'all. And till next time.